Guys, I really hate to do this to you, but I gotta cancel the stream. Later, nerds! I'm out. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. I'm just kidding. I'm still here. Hi. It's been what, 2 weeks? Till someone knocks your power back out? I know! Good freaking gracious. Yeah, so I started my work shift this morning, and about a half an hour into my work day, the power went out. So I worked from Chick-fil-A for breakfast, and then I was gonna work from Chipotle for lunch, but one, the power came back on, and two, they didn't have any seats next to power outlets. What kind of place does that? Still love you, Chipotle, but come on, get better seating. Yeah, so I worked remotely for half the day, and yeah, the power's back, thankfully. I'm sitting in Nighttime Police Academy watching BluJay on mute. Let's go. Hi, Cliff! Everybody in chat say hi to Cliff, because he can't hear what I'm saying, unless he's a mouth reader. Doing a great job, Cliff. Oh, man. It's been, what, a couple of weeks since the last stream here? That is not for lack of productivity. I've been very busy behind the scenes, and you're going to see it here in just a couple of minutes. Oh my goodness. This might be the longest, most tedious process for any project that I've ever worked on in my entire life. It's nuts, and it's not even close to being done. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. But first, thank you so much, Puggy, for 34 months and counting. Absolutely nuts. Just crazy, man. That's such a long time. That is such a long time. Yeah, so this week has been productive. Last week was really productive. I was looking at my YouTube analytics today, and the last time I put a video out was 28 days ago tomorrow. It might be 29 before the video comes out. I said I was going to work my tail off over the weekend and try to get the video finished for today, and just like other stuff came up. I had to cancel my stream twice this week, and life happened, and you know, just stuff. Everything's good. Everything's good, but life happens sometimes, and you got to make other things a priority. So I canceled my stream twice this week, and I still got a pretty significant amount of work done off camera, and I'm almost ready to start recording the next phase of the video, because yes, this video has a lot of phases to it. But we're going to be working on some of that tonight, getting prep work done. I don't know how long we're going to stream for. It might be a couple hours. It might be 45 minutes. I don't know. It just depends on how long it takes us to get what I want to get done tonight. It seems simple in my head, but it always takes 3 times as long as I think it's going to. Cliff, thank you so much for joining the Iron members. I appreciate you. Thank you. I don't know if you can hear me or not, if you're still on mute. But yeah, before we jump in, let's say hello to everybody that's here to start out the night. Hello to Puggy and Ghost of Serenity, Johnny, Johnny something does. I don't know how to say your name, but Johnny is here. Meadowlock is here. Papa Snuffy and True Pat over on the Twitch side, and here on YouTube. So far, we've got Christopher, Cliff, Creeper Gaming, Eric, Klubert, Papa Snuffy, Psycho. Puggy is also over here. Raymond, Reem, Rocket, Streamlabs, Timberwolf, Mr. Chips, John A. Some more folks joining in as we speak. Welcome, everybody. Hey, Ajam, how you doing? What's up, Mr. Chips? How you doing, John? Christopher, hello. Woo! John A for 1 month. Thank you so much for the renewal. What's up, B? How you doing? Oh, man. Oh, man. All right, let's jump into the game. Let's see what we got going on here. You ready? Let's turn off spectator mode now that we're here and ready to roll. Let's skip the cheaty button over here for now, which I am. I keep saying this. I'm gonna take it out. It's gone. It's gonna be gone at some point when this room is done. But while it's under construction, I don't want to have to type this password in every single time. So here we go. There's number 1, combination lock number 2, combination lock number 3, number 4, and number 5. And number 6. Boom. There's the door. And here's the big reveal. Look at this. If I haven't lost my marbles already, I might just finish my marbles off by the time this project is done. Oh my gosh. BluJay, when do you think you'll be uploading the bulk storage file so I can pull it through HoloPrint and finally build it? As soon as I get this video done. This is like priority number 1. Because it's been 4 weeks. But whenever we finish this video, that's the next thing on my list to do. I have not forgotten about you. Yeah, holy cow is right, Angela. It's not just John Doe. I'm the Johnniest of... Oh, Johnniest of Does. I'm like, how do all these letters fit together? My brain doesn't work. Yeah, so... believe it or not. Okay. Believe it or not, this is not even the full storage room. I just keeled over and, you know. It's not the full storage room. And this project is going to be the death of me. I'm not going to lie. Oh my gosh. So let me explain to you what we've got going on here. Okay. And I'm not going to tell you how all of this works because it would take a while to explain every last mechanic, but that's what the video is for. We're going to have that video out sometime this week. If not tomorrow, it'll be Wednesday, Thursday-ish. Just depends on how long it takes me to finish this off. Because there's more than I think there's left. It doesn't look like there's much left for me because I know what's going on and what's going in here, but we're close. So here's how this works, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. All 4 of those are individual modules of 10 multi-item storage slices each. So there's 10 here, 10 there, 10 there, and 10 there. So there are 40 total categories that I can sort items into. Okay? Right below my feet is phase 1 of bulk storage, and it's the front wall. And it has the first round of item armor stands for YouTube and Patreon members. Okay. Gross, a diamond beacon. Oh, stuff it, Mr. Netherite beacon. I know that looks cooler, but I can't afford it. I'm poor. I didn't even pay for the diamond beacon. That was given to me as a gift. That's the best I can afford right now, the iron. Anyway. So, bulk storage phase 1 is below my feet. This was part 2 of bulk storage, and I think I'm going to have to rip it out. But I'm still going to repurpose this middle section, I think either for overflow or for non-sortable storage. So, for example, if I want a place to put extra sets of tools or armor, I don't really want to send those through a sorting system because non-stackables are a lot more challenging to work, especially with what I got going on here. So I might rip the guts out of this redstone right here. Johnniest of Does, thank you so much for subscribing over on Twitch. Tier 1, thank you. So I'm gonna rip all of this out and replace it. It's probably still gonna be the same like footprint. But there just won't be much of any redstone on the inside, if any. And then that kind of, we lose 8 bulk storage silos at that point. But don't worry, I've replaced them already. I haven't put them in yet, but they're back here. This little cutout back here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there we go. That's where these are going to get shifted to, and you might notice that instead of them being back to back, they're face to face. So this would be a hallway for more bulk storage. Okay, that is phase 14 of this project. I don't know how much I'm gonna do. That'll probably be the next episode, adding more bulk storage and connecting everything together with my super duper top secret minecart track switcher of doom. We designed that on stream together a couple of months ago at this point, I think. But that's gonna go all the way around, and most of bulk storage is gonna go back here. Unless I just decide it's going to be absolutely too expensive and too slow of a system to send bulk storage back up here, I might honestly rip the guts out of this too and convert this into something else and repurpose the bulk storage for back here. So this is just going to be a really long hallway that might offshoot, we'll see, into more bulk storage on the sides as we get further back. So I'm going to be doing more digging. And then after that, we should be done. If at any point, Mojang decides to add 1,000 new blocks with 3 variants each. I don't know. I'm just like throwing out random numbers. this pathway right here leads to a dead end, and I'm going to decorate this just to make it look like it's not incomplete. That pathway leads to a dead end. And that pathway over there leads to a dead end. So theoretically, I have 3 more directions we can go. That one we cannot. I'll explain that in a minute. 3 more directions we can go to expand if I need to add more multi-item sorting, not silos, slices. We can go that direction and add more bays, or that direction and add more bays, and just, like, hopefully, the way that I'm setting this up, hopefully, they should be relatively easy to connect in to the existing minecart rail system that I'm putting together. Because this entire thing, if you've never seen anything that I've done with this project so far over the last couple of months, this entire storage system is going to be linked via minecart delivery. Eat. Okay. Oh, it's not working. So instead of running one long hopper line, or instead of spitting things out into an ice lane, I'm running the entire system on minecart delivery. And it all starts right here. Item input. There it is. I've not built this yet. This is going in the video that I'm currently working on right now. And this shouldn't take too long to build. It really shouldn't. Okay, so Mr. Chips, I'm going to call you out. I'm going to call you out. I'm going to give you guys a gift tonight. I'm going to give you a gift because you've waited long enough. All right? The gift is I'm going to reveal to you a secret that I've been keeping about my base since the very thought of it was conceived. And it was like, what, 2 years ago at this point? I knew what I was going to do with this base before I even started the starter area. Okay? Who wants to hear about it? Anybody want to know? I'm not going to mention it in any videos right now, so it's like strictly privileged information for anybody that's here in the stream. All right, so here we go. Mr. Chips called it out and said this is very much ancient city looking, themed. Yes, it is. That's on purpose. So here's the deal, okay? I'm going to give you the overarching story of my base and why it's being built the way that it's being built. Let's start out here. Ready? Dude, I'm so excited about this. Like, I've been so stoked about this theme since I started planning it. And the details have shifted slightly. I had something different in mind, actually, until I started this project. When I started this project, I actually shifted what I was gonna do. I had another plan in mind that I won't tell you guys about because I might keep it for something else at some point. But let me actually go sleep. Let's go sleep really quick. We'll go sleep and then we'll talk about this theme idea and then we'll get to work. Okay? Yeah, Mr. Chips, you got it right on the money. It's not, I don't think it's quite exactly what you're thinking, unless you're just like a super creative genius and happen to think of the exact same thing that I thought of. Not implying that I'm a super creative genius, but I think this is a fun idea. Let's go into spec mode just so we can easily fly around, okay? This city, in general, the architecture was inspired by, not even based on, just inspired by Babylonian architecture, right? And if you think about Babylonian architecture, they have a building structure thing that was called the Hanging Gardens, right? That's like one of the most famous things. It's like one of the 7 wonders of the world. They have giant walls. Mine are going to be blue. I'll have a wall here. I'll have walls back there, kind of dividing the rest of the city from the back section. And then I'll have my main gate and main wall over here. Okay. The Prowl will be allowed to come in. Maybe the gate will stay open unless he just, you know, can't behave himself. But once I get this wall up, I'll keep the gate open for the time being, but then I might close it if he's being a poop. All of this space right here is going to get filled in with some functional things, probably some filler builds. It just depends on how big some of the functional things are and how much space they take up. Like I'm planning on putting like a concrete factory out here somewhere. I'm planning on putting a new type of XP farm so that I don't have to rely on gold farm with flint and steel. A lot of like industrial type stuff is going in the main part of this city. And I'll have like a big courtyard right here with roads leading over to here and to the main gate. And then this wall over here is dividing the industrial part of the city with the agricultural part of the city. So it's a little bit more run down, right? It's a little bit more dusty, hence the sandstone with the quartz mix. So I'm going to have my sheep farm here. I'll probably put a chicken farm and a cow farm and some other things over in this area. And this area is going to be within the city limits. I'll probably put another like big wall over here, but it's not going to be within like the main part of the city. It's going to be like the outskirts, right? This building right here is the most important building to the story. Well, maybe second most important. We'll get there. Okay. And it is the iron farm. The people who built this city, me, but let's pretend like it's another old civilization or something, really had a fascination with iron golems. And they were viewed as like the heroes of the city and the protectors of the city, right? So the iron golems, in order to be officially brought on as protectors of the city, they had to go through a trial by fire. Where's my hand? There it is. Trial by fire, right there. Okay? If they made it out of the trial by fire, then they became the protectors of the city. You're going all game theory? I know, I love game theory. That channel is so fun. I mean, I haven't really watched it since MatPat left, but I'll have to catch up again soon. So the iron golems, they're the protectors of the city, right? The people who built this city built these walls right next to the iron golem farm, or the iron golem testing building, or whatever we want to call it. The Iron Garden is what it's called. What the rest of the city doesn't know, we'll just have to use our imagination for now because these walls are not up. The rest of the city doesn't know is that there's an ancient ruin back here, right? That these guys discovered, and they discovered technology that was not available to them before through these portals. One of them is broken. They were trying to get it to work, and so they discovered the power of skulk sensors combined with rockets allowed them to open a portal to another dimension, which is the Nether, right? Part of the process of discovering this technology of skulk sensors, because these were here before, these are ruins. These guys didn't build them. That's why they're a completely different texture. I'm sure some of you are asking, like, BluJay, your whole city is pristine and white. You're building all these like crazy cool, modern combo, ancient type builds. But you've got this like disgusting gray back here. It's because it's not part of the city. They discovered it and they're trying to hide it. Okay. In the process of discovering the power of the skulk sensor, they actually found it by digging into an ancient ruin where they found a puzzle door that they were smart enough to figure out. And the only thing keeping the skulk from escaping was this barrier right here. And once it was open, it was too late. So, yes, this is going to be ancient city themed. It is going to be known as the first ancient city. And because the people who discovered this let out the skulk by opening this door, it slowly started spreading, and I have not done this yet. I'm going to include this in my builds later on. I'm going to sneak it into my videos and see who notices. So if you're here on stream, don't leave comments about this. I'm going to sneak in a little bit of skulk, a little bit at a time, and see who notices the spread. I'm not going to say a word in videos, okay? Eventually, the skulk will make its way up to here. Bada boop, bada boop. And the skulk is actually going to infest the entire city. So all of this nice, pristine white build, say bye-bye to that, because that's going to be completely skulkified by the end of this series, right? Now, I mean, it'll still have a lot of quartz, but I didn't want to give that away too early, just in case I decided to change my mind, and I'm locked in at this point. I'm happy with the story element of this city. So then here's the kicker, right? Once the skulk infected the Iron Garden, it also overtook the Iron Golems. And the Iron Golems became the world's first wardens. They were the protectors of this city, and that is still their job. But the skulk blinded them, and they can only hear things now. And they are so corrupted by the skulk that now they just attack anything and think that they have to protect the city from anything that's here. And so the city is abandoned, it's ruined, the Iron Golems became the first wardens. There's your story. That's it. That's what I've been holding on to for like a year and a half. And everybody thought like, oh, look at these really pretty white builds. No, we're going to destroy them. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. So that is the lore behind the city and why I'm building it the way that I am and why this is an ancient ruin versus the really nice, clean looking city up there. We're going to like completely disgustify this place with Skulk in the very near future. Like almost immediately after I'm done building this, I'm going to replace a bunch of stuff with Skulk and make it look all completely disgusting. So it's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. But let's talk about this for tonight, because this is the project at hand. Lore! You're right. Exactly right. So here's a brief explanation of how this works without going into the minute details. A minecart with hopper is going to get dispensed under a chest that sits around this area. And then it's going to load it with 32, 33, 34 items. It's going to kind of depend on how the server handles hopper speed, because minecart speed was completely jacked in my server compared to what it was on a local world and a realm, because I've tested it on both and it worked both the same way on those worlds. But here on a Bedrock dedicated server, I had to like, oh my gosh, I had to mess with this so much to get this to work correctly, because minecart speed is vastly important for this to work correctly. So the minecart will get dispensed with some items and it will send it here. It'll drop it down there and then it will go down here into this water stream. This water right here is meant to push it just a little bit to slow it down just enough. Okay. It's going to slow it down just enough that it will kind of bounce along underneath these chests and hoppers right here. And it will make its way all the way down to the end, unless it finds an item that matches one of these categories. So I've got logs and strip logs. I've got planks and slabs. I've got stairs. I've got fences and fence gates that I've not loaded yet. And I've not loaded any of the rest of this stuff. So we'll need to do that at some point. So if I happen to have a minecart that has logs in it, it's going to pull one of these items out. And you might notice that that actually just popped forward. Boop. So if it pulls out the item, it's going to boop the minecart forward and drop it down into this track down here. And it's going to do some other magical things that you'll have to wait to the video to learn about. So it's going to like bounce here, bounce there, bounce up there, and make its way all the way up to right here where it's going to drop on these hoppers and drop all of the items in. And when all of the items are out of the minecart, it's going to boop it forward, and that's where this stops. So I don't have a return system built yet for this. We might stage it tonight, but the main priority for what I need to work on tonight is connecting each of these 4 slice modules or bays, whatever you want to call them. I need to link them up, because if a minecart, let me get back up here after I've fallen down. If a minecart goes across this system and it doesn't have any of these items in it, it's not going to get booped onto the minecart rail, and that's the official Mojang terminology. It's booping, right? Don't quote me on that. If the minecart doesn't get booped over onto the rail, it's just going to go on, and you can see this doesn't have anywhere to go. It's a dead end, right? So what I think I'm going to do, my original plan was to have, did I already explain this? I don't think I've explained this yet. I think I showed it to my son earlier. That's why I feel like I'm repeating myself. Anyway, I was originally going to have the minecart track pick up like right here and then go up and then over and then down onto the next slice. And I'm still going to have it go over. But there's just literally not enough space to cleanly move the minecart from here to go up and then over. So what I think I'm going to do is at the end of the minecart waterway on each module, I'm going to send it up a water elevator and just sweep it to the top real quick and then drop it onto the rail. So it doesn't even have to climb. It's just already to the top, and then it can go over, and then it's not going to descend like this. I'm going to have it drop exactly like I have over here at the first one, because I have to control the speed every time it enters one of the bays. So I need it to do this every single time. Okay? So that's the plan for right now. And I think what I need to do in order to make this happen is grab some soul sand, which I should have plenty of. Dude, these chests, before I started, these 4 silos were completely full of stuff. Like stacks of redstone. This was like full of rails, powered rails to like here, I think. And then, you know, lots of soul sand, lots of wool for infrastructure blocks. I've burned through so many resources to build this. It's absolutely nuts. So for this, I think I don't think it really matters what kind of glass I use. I want to use glass just so I can like go behind the scenes and check to make sure nothing is broken at any given time. If something's not working correctly, I just want to be able to see almost every section where a minecart touches. Because this isn't a system like hoppers. Like hoppers, you can just like set and forget. Minecarts, until we get this in a real world environment, I don't know how it's going to work. This might completely fail, but I don't think it will. I think it's going to be great. So I'm going to put this here, and then I'm going to let that water come in. And then I'm going to put some buttons, which look at that. I can go ahead and craft some buttons right here. I'll put a button there, and I think that should be all I need. I can put glass there, and then glass all the way around. You don't need ice blocks then? Nope. Nope, this will be completely free of ice blocks. As far as I know, this is like a completely new type of storage system. I've never seen anyone use exclusively rails like I'm going to use for their storage. I've seen systems similar to this in my discovery process, but it was like they used the rails for this and nothing else. But I've not seen like a all-inclusive storage system using rails before. So this is gonna be a really, really cool project. I'm very, very proud of it. All right, so ooh. Here's what we might need to do. I might need to put a soul sand there, and we might just need to connect this up to that so it stays a bubble column, and that should bounce its way into the water elevator. But let's test it. Let's test it before we go any further. We get a minecart. Minecart. And then I'll put soul sand in there because I know there's not any soul sand in any of those silos. So here we go. It's going to go, and then it's going to start bouncing along the river. Perfect. Go on over, please. And yes! That was easy. That was so easy. Okay, I just need to build it up now. How high do I want this to go? Right? So this is, if that's the track, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's technically a 4-block ceiling. I still want to be able to see it from the ground, so I don't know that I want to go any higher than that, but I don't want to be like bouncing my head on it when I go by. I think that'll be good. Dude, I got a good feeling about this. I got a good feeling about this because I never, ever get this kind of stuff right on the first go. And the fact that that worked the first time, I'm very, very happy. Very, very happy. So, this is going to be glass for now. This and this and this will stay glass forever, I think. Actually, I'm not sure yet. Because the way I like to build my builds, I like to have things recessed. But I don't know if that's actually going to be possible. Actually, yes. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and then I can put a column there. 1, 2, 3, and then put a column there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'll have to figure out a way to separate that. But eventually these blocks are going to get replaced with solid blocks, but I will still have glass at least here so I can pop by and just take a quick peek. Is there anything stuck in the water elevator? No, there's not. And on we go. So just for the sake of tonight and for not having to figure out what I'm going to build this out of, we're going to just do glass, and then I'll replace blocks as needed later. So if I put this like that, and that like that, and that like that, and then I do want to think about what kind of block I want for that rail, because I don't want to have to replace all the rails. Honestly, I think tough. Or maybe this. This could make a cool minecart rail underside. Or maybe we do the cobbled deep slate. Do I already have some of that in here? I feel like I got a ton of it somewhere. Don't you need to be putting in the water sources as you build up? Yeah, I could probably do that if I were responsible. Perfect. Let's use this. Blue and invisible bubble column would look really cool for the visuals, like the cart floating up and will match the fall down on the other side. I don't really want that to be visible, though. I want this to look very ancient, because it's an ancient city. So I want everything that functions to appear to be mechanical versus like magic or advanced technology, things like that. So having minecarts rolling across the room, perfect. That's the idea we're going for. But as far as floating minecarts, I want all of that to happen behind the scenes. I want people to visualize this as the minecarts are just rolling from there, and they're rolling here, and then rolling there, and they're rolling all over the place. Both are cool. Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of it, just not for this space. You could imply air vents are pushing it up. I mean, that's kind of a cool idea. So how do you make an invisible bubble column? I don't remember how to do that. Let's stop here for the moment. Because technically all of that from here forward is going to be behind a wall, so it's not going to be even visible from that point. Sorry I'm late. The stream can officially begin now. Ooh. Powdered snow. What do you do with the powdered snow? What was I going to do? Oh, I need to check this out. It is 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks from the entrance to the waterway. And then 1 powered rail, 3 regular rails. Okay. You know what? We may as well grab quite a few of these. And do I have any levers left? I don't. Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. All right. Normal bubble column, then place powdered snow top to bottom, and then drop water source beside the top of the water column. The water flows over the snow and melts it, and you're done. I'll have to test that out. I'll have to test it. Where's the entrance to the waterway? Right here? Let's do that. 2, 3, and 4. There, and then we'll do... Nope, not like that. We'll do a powered lever right here. And that should power the rails by proximity. Yep. Oh, I just need 1 powered rail, though. Not 4. Is the size of the room in your earlier streams... What do you mean? Like, did I tell how big the room is? It's very large. And it's only gotten bigger since the last video. All right, so I'm going to have to... Ooh, this might actually be perfect. If I do it this way. Like that, and then like that and that. That's over the top now, and we can come this way and just have it fall straight down. Just like that. That'll work. I built a bulk storage, but my lights are not working correctly. Are you talking about my design or a different design? I thought they had patched the invisible bubble column 4 to 5 times. Definitely not ideal for a tutorial build. Oh, okay. My design? Oh, no! Might need to do a refresher. I'm also, after this video is done, planning on putting the structure file on my Discord server for that build. For the bulk silos, just so you can have them if you need them. All right, let's put in the rails. And I know this is going to be insanely expensive using all powered rails except for the corners, but I want this build to be as fast as possible. So I'm just going to keep it all powered. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'll put it on the 9th one right here. We'll just do it underneath. Make sure they're all facing the same way. That did power everything, yes? Yep. And it goes all the way to here. So I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then 9. And I'll mark it right there. In Britain, it's a couple of hours past midnight. I should be falling asleep, but I don't miss anything. So I'm gonna make coffee. Dude, that is the best decision of your life. Like, that's what I do. If I'm tired and it's super late at night and I need to, you know, watch something or continue working on Minecraft for some reason, just get more caffeine. You don't need sleep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's just put it in the middle over here, which would be right there. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's this one right here. The first time I saw it was in 1.17. I used it once and then it got patched. I've seen it in the patch notes a couple of times since. Yeah, I definitely don't want to use anything that could potentially get removed because it's a bug. As cool as that would be to make it look like air is shoving the minecarts up, I don't want to put something in that eventually I'm going to hate the look of because a bug got fixed. You know what I mean? All right, oh man, I put all those buttons away. Let me just craft more. Aggro, thank you so much for 15 months. Like and subscribe, everyone. Yeah, listen to Aggro. Please. Thank you. Actually, you know what? We're gonna have to take this up one more. Because the water is not going to flow here. I need the water to, like, push forward one more block. So we'll do it this way. You know what? We'll do it the smart way. So I don't have to break the soul sand and I don't got to go get, you know, more, whatchamacallit, seaweed, whatever. We'll do it one at a time, just like was suggested in the chat. We'll do one here. And then one here. And then I'll build up. And then I'll get some more water from my infinite water source. Wow, he's actually listening to me. You know, I surprise people sometimes. Sometimes. Let's do that. And then let's go glass. And then we'll do that. And then we'll get some more water. Nope, must be an imposter. BluJay had a bigger beard. Terrelman, what's up? How you doing? Yeah, I mean, I got a really, really bad haircut a few weeks ago to the point where I had to, like, buzz my entire head. I always thought my hair was thin on the top, in the middle, you know, but oh my gosh, it's so thin when it's buzzed. My beard, though, still very full. I don't recognize you. Hi, Sammy. How you doing? Oh, I didn't even read your name when I read the comment. I was just referring to what you said, and I didn't even realize it was you. Hello. How you doing? How's life been treating you? Okay, good. We made it. All right. I need to go. Wait, you didn't cut the beard? Oh, no. I did not. The beard is still the same length as it has been. I mean, I clean it up every time I get a haircut, but the top of my head, it looks like the whole U is different. Oh, it's probably the glasses. Have you been here since I started wearing my glasses again? I got new glasses like a month ago. Because I was tired of looking across the room at my oven downstairs from like maybe 5 feet away, being like, what time is it? I can't see that. Dude, it got bad, man. Wow, it's been good. It's been way too long. It's been good with tax season, and oh, maybe that's it. Dude, tax season. I need to contact my guy about doing taxes. That's coming up. Ours are usually pretty easy, but I don't want to wait until like mid-March to do it. Maybe it's the lighting? It might be. Honestly, like I tried a different approach to my lighting tonight, and I actually think I kind of like it. I still want to get some Elgato spotlights to balance things out a little bit more and have it more controlled. But instead of pointing my light directly at me, I kind of put it off to the side and I pointed it at my ceiling and my back wall, and it's reflecting off and lighting me instead. So it's indirect light. I feel like it looks a little more like clean. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe. What color? The light? Oh, no. Sammy's son's hair. You're not even talking to me, Anthony. Sorry. All right, so I need another water source right here, and then that should be good. But let me stage this really quick so that it doesn't spill over and destroy any of my hard work, because I would be very upset if it did. And I believe the button needs to go right here so that water can flow forward. One block and push the minecart onto the rail. And just because I'm paranoid, we'll box it in. Okay? So here we go. Please don't break anything. It worked. Now, will this work? That's all powered and that's all hooked up. So theoretically, this should send the minecart onto the end of this row by the time it's done. Let's give it a quick test. Oh, I'm so happy. I've had better days, but not world ending at least. Hope your day is going well. Terabin, thank you so much. My day is going well. I'm sorry yours has not been the best. Those days always stink, man. But tomorrow's a new day, right? Netherite or bust. Replying to the gross diamond beacon. You guys are mean. All right, let's test this out. Are we ready? Please, minecart. Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Please work. Please work the first time. It worked the first time! Yes! Yes! We have minecarts rolling through the storage room. Okay. Okay. Minotaur, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. Did this end? Oh, it did. It did. It's right here. It's right here, and it still has all the items in it. Okay, so here's what I need to do now. I need to put a dummy item in here. Let's do granite. And I want to make sure this works. I am worried about this. I'm going to take that out because I'm worried that it will trigger and bump off this wall and not go onto the rail. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. We're gonna be safe. Better safe than sorry. Oh, you guys have no idea. I'm so excited about this. You have no idea. All right. So granite is our dummy item. Oh, actually, I think I already have granite preloaded into these. That might not be a good test. Let me check really quick. Stone variants. Yeah, I've got granite right there, so it's not gonna work. Let's just do soul sand. Let's stick with soul sand. I know that's not loaded anywhere. Okay, soul sand is our dummy item. And if I have done this correctly, I've not tested any of these slices, by the way. I have no idea if they're gonna work or not. I know these work because I tested them. And I built all of those the exact same way, but it was also done at like 2 o'clock in the morning. So we'll see. All right. I'll toss half a stack in there, so 30. And then I'm going to put non-stackables in there as well. Please don't lose my netherite gear, Mr. Minecart. We'll see you on the other side. Please work. Please work. Please work. Please work. Please work. Please work. Uh-oh. Oh, there it goes. Why did it stop? Yes! Yes! There it goes! It's working! It found the correct silo. Oh, I'm so happy. Hey, look, and the minecart just landed right next to my feet. And there's 29 items. Don't fret. It is, I guarantee you it's 100%. Yep, 2. It's because of the orientation. Anything that's facing this direction or that direction, which is 3 out of 4 of my storage systems in this room, are going to have 2 items instead of 1. I think that one should only be 1 because it's facing that way. It's directional. It's stupid. I wish Minecraft didn't work that way, but I can't do anything about it. Nothing in the least bit. I am a little concerned though. I'm a little concerned about why that took so long to get up the water elevator. I want to test it again. Oh yes, my tools. Thank you. Thank you for the reminder. Oh, what happened to the tools you put in the minecart? That's part of the magic. That's part of the magic. The tools that went in the minecart disappeared forever. They're never coming back. They're down here. All right, so the underside of this, just very brief explanation, is for non-stackable items. Every minecart that goes through has to have the first 4 slots filled with a non-stackable item that will not get filtered out into the system, but will get deposited back into a return that will go back over to the item input. All right, let's preload this again with soul sand. I'll just put 2 in there to start with. All right, boop, and nope, don't go anywhere. Just stay right there. Thank you. And we'll do another 30, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then send it on its way. My phone is dying, so you're going on my TV, BluJay. Hey, you got a better view of the beard then. Here it comes. Bounce, bounce, bounce. bounce, bounce, bounce. Doing its thing. Good job. Good job. Excellent work. And away it goes. Nice. All right, so it didn't get stuck. It didn't get stuck. That's okay. And it pushed into the correct silo again. Everything is working. Bada boom, bada bing, bada boom. Soul sand. I still think the beard got cut. I don't know, maybe the big screen view. You look way different. Maybe it's more gray. Maybe I've gotten more gray. More sophisticated. Don't forget the tools. Thank you. All right, let's do one more test just because paranoia. I want to make sure everything works correctly before I do this large scale. And look, there's still 2 in there. Perfect. So I just seen you for a short time last stream and you didn't look different. I don't know. I honestly don't know what it is. You don't need to try keeping up with how much gray Prowl is getting. Prowl's got a couple years on me though, so it makes sense. It makes sense. All right, there we go. I swear that was faster the other night. I'm not lying. When I tested this out, I swear that minecart moved a little bit faster. Maybe having items in it slows it down? Is that a thing? Does anybody know? Yes, that is a thing. Oh. How many items does it have to slow it down? A minecart travels less distance at load and needs more powered rails than an empty one. So I want to test one more thing. Because this might honestly affect how I do this. Because I was moving this unloaded, completely empty, to test to make sure it was working going forward. And I'm like, oh, that's way too fast. And then I slowed it down and I tested it on a few silos and it worked fine. But what happens if it's always going to have... Oh, dang it, I forgot my tools again. It's always going to have 4 non-stackables in it. That is a requirement. So 4 out of 5 slots will always be full. But what happens if I only put like 2 items in the last slot? Because like if the item input is filtering through everything, dumping it all into minecarts, and I happen to have like an odd number of items, and it ends up that the last minecart only has a couple, will that speed the minecart up to a place where it won't get kicked over or booped over into the proper lane? Because if it still goes slow when it's not at full load or like mostly full load, I might put another powered rail in here to speed it up so that it doesn't slow down quite as much. So if I put 4 non-stackables and I put 2 items in, what does it do? That feels much faster. Is that faster or am I crazy? It still kicks over. What are you working on today? We're doing a little bit of troubleshooting and setup of the multi-item sorters in my storage room. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But it's going to be so cool when it's done. So yeah, both those items went in. Eat. I'm not hungry. Okay, so let's do another test. I'm gonna test with putting one more powered rail down. Okay. And I'm gonna do it over on the other slice as well. I guess actually, let's do this just so I don't have to run back and forth. Let's just do something that's here. So let's do something that's a little further down to make sure it's got momentum. Let's do stairs. So let me grab a handful of stairs, or a couple stairs from, hey, look at this. I've actually already loaded to chest. Let's do 2 oak stairs. We'll do that. There is a reason, mind you, there is a reason that I am not doing 1, and I'll show you and explain here in a minute. Oh. What? I've literally never had that happen before in all of my testing. Never had that happen. How the heck is right? I'm gonna go ahead and hope that that was a fluke. Oh, no, 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 come back, come back, come back, come back. Oh, dang it. It's gonna go all the way to the end because I never replaced that item filter. Dang it! It's fine, we'll try again. That has never happened the entire time I've tested this system. Never. One time. Sitting at work in the shade, and it's 98 in the shade. Oh, dang, man. Nice warm day, huh? Okay. Please don't get stuck again. Oh, it did it again. What in the world? This is not happy. This is not happy. Let me undo what I just did. How is it getting stuck and floating? I have no idea. If I have to move that back one freaking block, I'm not gonna be happy. Let me just test this out with one less powered rail, because again, it could be a speed thing. Maybe it's going too fast. Maybe it needs to slow down. There's that. I need to put the filter back in before I launch this. Man, I am so glad we're doing this together right now, rather than after the video's already done and I've sunk so many hours into this and then the storage system doesn't work. We'll figure out a solution though. It's okay. That worked. So it's a speed thing. I'm telling you, minecarts need a complete overhaul. The way that they react in different scenarios is just ridiculous. Did that not boop me forward? Why didn't it boop me forward? I wasn't paying attention. Oh, I know why. I know why. See how there's only 2 left in here? There's 2 in here now. So here is the one flaw. The one flaw in this type of storage system. And again, I don't know if there's a way around it. But again, it's like minecart related. And where it lands. So these trapdoors cause the minecart to land slightly in front of this and mostly on this. So it's unloading at double speed. However, if this lands and there's only one item in the minecart to unload, it's going to prioritize the first hopper first, which then will never trigger this to boop the minecart forward. I have not found that to be a big deal, because the next time you go to send some items to that slice, if you have a minecart that's got more than a couple of items in it, which most of the time you will, it's going to land directly where the other one was, and it's not going to stack, it's not going to overlap, it will just land on the hopper, and then it will boop both the minecarts forward and to the return system. I've tested this multiple times in my test world. It should work fine. Try using a block like a chest or a grindstone to allow more room if it does it again. Soul sand may even work. Where? Here? I don't want it to like go too far forward then and then get stuck right there. You know what I mean? Honestly, I think maybe if we want to try faster, break this and the wool here, maybe one rail is enough. Maybe I don't need 2 rails of lead time. I mean, we can test it right now. Let's give it a go. If I break this, and I break this, and this, and this, just to be sure, we'll just do those 3 for now. Did I get my non-stackables? Nope, I sure didn't. BluJay. This time, let's load 3, because I know that that's not going to boop the minecart now. So there we go. Let's add the powered rail back in. Right there. Let me out! And here we go. Let's give it a go. That's concerning. So with 2 items, and it still got stuck. I think it's too fast. Unfortunately, I want to make it faster and as efficient as possible. But I think this is the issue I was having the other night, is it was not consistently hitting the correct path, which is why I took more powered rails out and put that. So I think it has to be slower going through here in order to guarantee that every time it goes into the correct slice. Which one was that, by the way? Oh, it didn't even go in. It's right here. It's all about the timings, 100%. 100%. If the timings are off at all, this whole thing breaks. And with a storage system this complex and with this many points of failure, I don't want something too complex and fast that it's going to break too easily. So I'm okay with a little bit slower pace. That's fine. Here's where this type of storage system is going to shine. Okay? And I explain this in the next video. Ready? Here's where this is going to shine. You see how big the storage room is, right? Storage there, storage there, storage there, there, and there. If we didn't build any further onto this, this would already be a massive room. And most people would just like condense this further down and sacrifice a little bit of creativity for a smaller hallway, right? So they would, instead of an 11 block walkway, they'd do like 3, and the chests would be much closer together. And they would run a hopper line through it all. So you'd have hoppers running all the way around the room, all the way around the room, all the way around the room, and it's going to slow things down significantly, right? With a system like this, especially once we get to bulk storage, it's going to be lightning fast. And here's why. We're going to send items through, and if it hits a slice, the minecart just goes up and starts unloading while the next set of 30 some items are loading down here, and they will get pushed out. And let's say they don't have anything to deposit in this spot right here. They'll just go on while the next minecart is loading, and it will continue to go around until it finds the proper slice and just keep loading things as it goes. Where this shines is when you get into a room this large. Minecart travel is so much faster than pushing things through a hopper line. Now, blue ice, arguably, probably faster, if we're being real. If you want to use a blue ice lane, it's probably faster. But things you got to worry about with blue ice, if you go into unloaded chunks, are your items going to stop traveling down the river? If so, are they going to despawn when you come back without you knowing it, right? So there are pros and cons to both. But for something like this, I think this is just going to be a really cool storage system. I've always loved minecarts, and I really want them to redesign them in a way that they work consistently, regardless of which direction you're facing in the world. I think that's unfortunately a side effect of redstone in general that we're not going to get away from for the time being. But I don't know, like, this is just, it's something new. It's something I've never seen anyone do before. Everybody defaults to the hopper line, which would be way slower in a system like this, or ice lanes. And that's like the simple method. Let's do something challenging and complex and fun to where we can see the minecarts traveling through the room. Because once we get these return lanes in as well, there's going to be minecarts going here, this direction, while other minecarts are going that direction. And then minecarts coming over here, and it's just going to be minecart madness everywhere. It's going to be a lot of fun. So, I think we have determined that this is the correct and necessary speed for this to work. Okay? So, let's move on. Let's go ahead and throw in a water elevator at the end of this and get a minecart track set up going to the next slice. That's the chest right there. So we'll dig down. I'm so glad that we did this testing tonight. I'm so glad, because I've learned a little bit more than what I knew before. All right, we'll put this here. And then I'll put glass going up. Nope. I'm not gonna lie, my biggest fear with this storage system is that the minecart method was going to be a total waste of time because it wasn't gonna work correctly. And like so far, everything that we're doing seems to be going according to plan. So it seems like I had a decent idea at the very least. Let me out. Thank you. New here on Twitch, been following the YouTube for a while. Hey, Norm. Thanks for hanging out. All right, we'll do one there. And then... honestly, this is just a wall. I'm going to keep it the wall. We're never going to be back there. I can always change my mind later. Oh no, am I out of glass? Nope, I got a little bit left. I do fear that I'm gonna run out before the night's over though. Loving the block palette? Yeah, me too. It's gonna be really cool. It's gonna be a really cool design when it's done. Alright, just a little bit higher. I'm looking forward to the explanation for this monstrosity, and I was on some of the designing streams. Yeah, I mean, it looks intimidating. It's more intimidating looking than it actually is. Once you understand the few mechanics that are going on in here, it's actually pretty easy to understand. But that's what these streams are for as well. Once the video comes out, if there are more questions, I can always answer questions on stream. I'm not a big deal about it. Like, I don't care about that. It's fine. Of course, I would want people to watch the video, but I also want people to know how to build the things that I'm designing. All right. Couple more up. Uh-oh. I think something just went into one of the filters. My issue with the lights, could my issue with the lights be that my chests were full before the wiring was set up? Possibly, because they're dependent on the hoppers. They're dependent on the hoppers having items in them. Yeah, there we go. Well, poop, time to move a ton of items again. Yeah, isn't that like the Minecraft life? Sometimes you're like, oh, yay, I'm done. And then you're like, no, I'm not. That's how I was with this whole build. I was ready to start building, and then I realized I had to dig this hole out because I hadn't dug that out. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. That's like going to be another 4 hours of digging. So infuriating. All right, we'll do that there. Oh my gosh, it went in again. That's fine. I'm gonna have to cover those. when we're done. I don't want anything accidentally dying on top of that and then getting into the filters. That'll break things. Can't you just toggle the bulbs on for the hoppers that are full? I mean, you can, as long as there's items in the hoppers. If you just put stuff directly into the chest and bypass the hoppers, then there's not going to be anything in the hoppers. That. And then that. Iris was not... was you not here when he... He's explanation for everything he's building in the lore. Ooh, yeah. Yes. Lore. If you missed the lore conversation, you'll have to go back and watch kind of toward the beginning of stream. We talked about the theme for the whole build. It's pretty cool. All right, let's put water there. And then... button. Right here. And then water right here. Boom. All right, cool. Then powered rails. I love what kind of mystery that this minecart system is going to give off once it's all covered up. Because mind you, you can see all of this right now. You're not going to see any of it when I'm done. It's all going to get covered over with a build. And just to be in this room when the minecart system is working, to see a minecart going from here to there, and then just a minecart popping out of the wall here, and then minecarts going every other way. It's going to be so fun to watch. Okay, I'm off to bed. Night, Blue in chat. Puggy, have a good night, sir. Thanks for hanging. We'll pause there for the moment, because I might need to dig into that a little bit more. I wish you could make trains with minecarts, dude. That would be so cool. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's 4 over here. Did I not dig this far enough back? Or did I build this 1 block over too far? Oh, nope. We're good. I didn't dig far enough on the bulk side. Okay, we're good. Like, no, don't tell me I built this off-centered. Not everything has to be symmetrical, but I kind of want this to be. We're good. So what you're saying is you're going to do a streamathon so we can see this thing you're envisioning done right? Yeah, maybe. I can't do a streamathon the way that Prowl did a streamathon because I would get fired from my full-time job. But I do want to do a streamathon over a weekend at some point. I think that would be really fun. Okay, see, here's what we were just talking about, right? This is a long way across. From that to this. Think of how long it would take items to travel from a hopper line all the way over there. When a minecart would just go all the way across. You can build much larger scale systems in a larger scale room with more creative flexibility if you do it this way. Sunflower, how you doing? Sorry I'm late. No, it's okay. It's all good. I am a little concerned I'm running out of rails though. How many do I have left? No, I've got 1 stack of powered rails left. Oh no. Plus much less lag, right? That's the hope. Looks like I just missed Puggy, so perfect timing. Yeah, he just went to bed. He just went to bed. All right. So if I go in here, I need to make sure that this has enough lead time. So 1, 2, I need to go back 2 more blocks. So I'll put that there. And then I'll replace this with some of that. And then I'll replace this with that. And that, just so we can be on theme. So 1, 2, 3, and 4 needs to go to here. Is that gonna break through to the other side? It might, honestly. That's gonna be unfortunate if that interferes with my bulk. Oh gosh. Nope, it doesn't interfere, but it's super close. This all's not gonna be visible anyway. Like, this is gonna be a hallway. And you won't even be able to see past that. It's all good. It's all good. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. And then we'll do that. And then, gosh, I'm gonna have to go all the way up with this, aren't I? Shoot. I'm out of this, aren't I? Ah! My storage room is so big that I can fly comfortably with rockets. If I can remember how to fly. There we go. So that's where it's got to stop. And this has to go all the way down. This has to come up. That's fine. You almost need rockets to traverse this room? Yeah, kinda. But also, like, it's kind of fun just to walk around a big room. You know what I hate about it, though? This is the thing that I hate the most about it, which I think is not going to be a big deal with the final design, or at least I'm going to make it not a big deal with the final design. Do you notice anything from standing here when I first walk into the room? Does anybody notice anything at all? too much wool. Once I say it, you're going to see it, and you're never going to unsee it. No netherite beacons. No! That's not it, but that's something that needs to happen. Look at the back wall. It's off center. No, it's not off center. It's not off center. Like, we're good. We're good. Like, that's completely centered right there. It's all good. The problem is right there and right there. You can't see the chests. They've disappeared because of render distance. They don't come into view until here. What garbage design? Add it to the bug report. I mean, I could, but I don't think it's a bug. I think that's intended design. So I'm gonna have to figure out a way to strategically decorate this room to where that and that is not in direct line of sight, or at least diminished. I hate it. Absolutely hate it. When you're down on ground level, it's not a big deal. Those chests over there are out of render view, but this middle section is blocking it, so you can't see it. So by the time you get over here, those chests will unrender, but you can't see it, and these ones will be in view, and it'll be fine. So, like, that's not a big deal from ground level, but from my entryway up there, we're supposed to be like this big grand reveal to, like, a puzzle door that opens into this massive room. The chests are going to be completely out of render, and you're going to see this wall of black hoppers. It is what it is. If you either had to have actions and stuff or the world editing add-on, which would you recommend? Honestly, that is an impossible question. It depends on what you do the most in Minecraft. If you just like having cool visuals, 100% actions and stuff, but from a building and design standpoint, I don't think I could live without World Builder. World Builder is such a good tool. It's become like a requirement for my design process. So that's good there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I'll mark it off right here. And then that should cover that. And I'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And mark that off right there. Then we're going to go down here. Oh, you dummy! You absolute dummy. The markers are there for when you're underneath, BluJay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Wow. Been loving actions and stuff. Yeah, it's a great pack, man. It's a great pack. All right, so that one goes there. Let me count from the other side. I know I'm gonna have to have 1 or 2 in the middle. I just want to make sure it's like strategically placed. So that's a regular rail. This is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, I can't do it. I can't do it. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Dude, this is like the impossible task. World Builder is also in the marketplace. It is. World Builder is a marketplace add-on designed by Orville Studios, the same studio that did actions and stuff. And yeah, it is 100% worth it. World Builder is basically an add-on that allows you to copy, paste, rotate, duplicate anything. It has undo buttons. It has redo buttons. It's got everything you can need for designing something from start to finish. It's so good. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Half of that would be 8. So 7 and 7 is 14. The middle is the 8th block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right here is where I want to put the perfect. So that whole thing should be powered now. Except for this. I don't know that I powered that yet. Let's check it out. Yes, aggro is correct. Absolutely correct. Not that I would have any personal experience with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Commands on sugar. Oh my gosh. Commands on caffeine. All right, let's just drop this minecart down. I know it's not going to go anywhere because solid block, but let's do that. Is it going to go all the way? All the way? All the way? All the way? Oh, I didn't put any rails down. That would have helped. That would have helped. All right, 3 out of 4 connected. Let's just send the minecart through to make sure it hits the first 3. Excuse me. Oh, got the hiccups. Let's just send a minecart through, not filtering anything out, just to make sure that it works. Did I ever reclaim my soul sand? I don't believe that I did. That's like our test block for right now. Oh, man. I don't know if anybody heard that or not, but I just, like, cracked my neck. It felt good. Crack, crack. Okay. Boop. All right, here we go. Start to finish. It should go to the 3rd silo or slice without stopping. There it goes. Up the water elevator. Oh, I love it so much. Oh, it's so happy. And on it goes. On it goes. On it goes. Please make it up the next water elevator without stopping. There it goes. Yes. Look how fast this is. I can't even outrun it. Yep. Yep. Beautiful. This is so good. This is so good. Now, imagine, I have to keep reiterating this. If nothing more than to convince myself this is worth the month that has taken me to design and build this. Imagine throwing in one item in a hopper line across this room. How long would that take to go all the way over to there? 5 minutes? Surely that would take 5 minutes to filter through the entire system and through the room. That took what, 15, 20 seconds? I don't know. Maybe I'm being a little bit too excited here. Let's test it. I'm gonna look at my clock. We're gonna test it again, start to finish. All right. It is I'm going to start it exactly on the minute. Not necessarily real world minute, but minute that I see on OBS software. So we're at 1 hour and 46 minutes and 50 seconds. I'm going to kick this off in 10 seconds. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So when the minecart gets sent out, maybe 15 seconds was a little bit too generous. It took 10 seconds to get through that. But it's already over to the next slice within 15 seconds. There it is. And then it's going to go over to here. We are at 30 seconds right now. And it's already on its way over to the next section of storage. And time. It hit that wall in 45 seconds. 45 seconds to get not one item, 33 items to its appropriate storage silo. This is just going to be so insanely fast. It's going to be very cool. Very, very cool. You left the minecart, did I? Oh, dang it. Okay. Sorry. I'm coming, minecart. Puggy? What are you doing? You're supposed to be asleep. How dare you? He types Z in the chat. Uh-oh, where did my power go for this? Right here. Hello? Okay, maybe it was just a visual thing. I don't know, it's working now. Did someone say sleep, right? What time is it even? 10:18? Oh, we're not doing too bad. We're not doing too bad. I'm going to say at this point, no video tomorrow, because what I have left to do in this room is going to take more than the hour that I would want to spend after the stream is over tonight working. So tomorrow night, soon as I can hit the ground running, I'm going to finish up as much of this as I can. So I don't know if it'll be Wednesday, maybe Thursday before the video hits, but it will be this week. It will be this week. We're almost done. We're almost done. All right, let's get the next water elevator prepped and ready. Worked it out through trial and error. At most, I can destroy a 32 by 32 by 5 area without lagging out completely. Yeah, you like World Builder is a great tool, but you gotta know its limits. And by its limits, I mean Bedrock Edition's limits in general. Give me that back. Can anybody tell me real quick the command to code to kill only slime? I think it's /kill at E for entity, and then like within parentheses or brackets, I can't remember which. It's like type or target slime. It's something like that. I can't remember exactly. Yeah, there it is. Thank you. All right, we need this to be a water source and this to be a water source. Yep. We're bouncing up in the air. Perfect. Let's get rid of that. And that. And then we'll just jump up here. And that. And that. And that. And that. Oh, shoot. I need my button down there. Ugh. It's fine. It's fine. Let's do it this way. Oh, pfft. It's not a button. It's not a button. I heard a witch. Probably on the other side of the wall. We're good. There is like a lush cave around here somewhere. I think it's over in that back corner way over there. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, and then on the 5th. Actually, you know what? Let's do it this way. Let's get an exact coordinate. I don't want to just guess. All right, we're standing on 64. Can someone please do a command syntax video? All I found are either too general or so detailed it might be a foreign language. I could probably do that. Let me think of some commands that would be useful. And if you guys have any ideas for commands that are useful and want to drop them in my Discord, honestly, I'm looking for other variety type of content that would be helpful to the community. I don't know if anybody would watch it, but I feel like that would be a helpful video to have out there. Common Minecraft commands you need to know. You know what I mean? That'd be great. Yeah, if you guys have any ideas for one-off videos like that as well, just send them my way. It doesn't necessarily have to be like, I'm doing survival or I'm doing a tutorial or a news video. Like, I'm open to different types of content. Ooh, this is where this one's gonna be a bit of a challenge. All right, minecart experts. Hit me with some knowledge here. Will a minecart slow down going around a corner more than it would just going straight on a unpowered rail? So if I do a powered rail and 2 powered rails going straight and 1 powered rail going to the side, will that go the same speed as 1 powered rail and 3 straight rails? I know we discussed that minecarts go different speeds based on load, how much they're carrying, but what about turning? Speed around a curve shouldn't be different than straight. Curves slower, I think. So I got 2 contradicted answers there. So before I fret about having to mess up my beautiful path here, let's test it. Let's just test it. All right, so if I want to go right here to enter this waterway, here's the problem, though. If you're gonna have all powered rails and just worried about one regular rail to make a curve, you should be fine. It can't be all powered though. It has to be 1 powered and 3 regular for getting the correct speed going into here. Otherwise, it will go too fast and not hit the correct silo. This powered rail is off too. Unfortunately, this is just going to straighten out instead of turn. Can I put a rail here to curve that? Will that retain its curve? Is there anything that would cause that to straighten out? I hate risking that, honestly. I really do. Will a lever force it to stay? Nope, it'll just turn it. Might get stuck on a corner. We can bust out the corners. That's not a big deal. Can't you lower the block to curve it? Power the block to curve it? No. It's got to be going either connected to here or here. Like it's got to have a rail to connect to in order to curve. Here, we'll just do this. We'll just do this. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We'll dig under. And we'll go like 1, 2, 3, and... four. Nope. No! Let's do that and that. Powered rail here. Break that. Power that. Before I put like the cobblestone down or the cobbled deep slate down, I just want to test this to make sure it works. Needs to go down here, so that is the correct spot. And then I need it to go directly there. Did I power that? Ah! Poop. All right, here we go. Is it gonna work? Oh no, it's not gonna work. So it 100%. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Theory not disproven yet. BluJay made a boo-boo. We're good. Okay, yep, so that doesn't work. So minecarts do change velocity going around a corner. Oh, poop. Water flowing backwards, that's supposed to. Although, oh yeah, that's a bubble column. We're good. How do I get this right here is what I need. I need the minecart to go right there, but it's sitting in the middle of my path. Okay, here's what I'm thinking. Okay. This is not going to be a perfectly pristine ancient city. It's going to get skulkified. And I'm also going to put some other decorative elements in this room, so the pathways don't have to be clear. Look at this. We have an ancient city down here, by the way. We got things like this that are sitting in the middle of pathways, right? Little campfires with some wool. We've got these kinds of things, like little skulk structures with little warden statues. Hug a warden. Here's another one, right? So that would be on theme with this. Skulk blocks interfere with redstone? What do you mean? Just kidding. Ha! Nice. Is that the one for the portal from the new Nether Hub is going to? I believe so, yes. Or maybe not. Honestly, I don't think it is. I think it's over there. There's like 3 or 4 ancient cities around this general area. I think it's the one over closer to between our bases. So, I'm honestly okay with doing something like this, where we take this and curve it around as if the minecart rail was supposed to go somewhere else, and boop, drops down here. I'm okay with that. Because I can build something creative in this space that would mask this fairly well. So I'm going to do that for now. And for testing purposes and just noting where the minecart has to go, we'll put a pillar there. Again, this will get decorated over. It doesn't take up too much of the path, so I'm not that concerned about it. And, like, it's not blocking anything either. This is all going to be decorative, walled off kind of stuff. This is going to be access to chests over here, so it's not blocking any of that. It's all good. Don't sacrifice functionality just because it's got to interfere with current design plans. Just change your design plans. It's all good. All right, let's link it up. Let's test it out, and then we're close. No, no. I ran out of redstone rails. We're completely out now. I mean, just look at one of these. Look how many redstone rails are involved with this. All right, let's go get some gold. I should have gold at the gold farm. Let's craft a few more rails. It's all good. It's all good. We'll make it work. I'm telling you, man, it is a beautiful feeling to see the light of day after being down in that dungeon for for weeks, coming out of there flying to see the sunlight. Ugh, dude, I'm almost out of coal. It's bad. It's bad. I've gotten really good at flying in this tunnel too, by the way. Shows you how much I've done it over the last couple weeks. All right, I need some sticks. Don't know that I have any more. I have one. Those are not for use. All right, I got a few logs I can sacrifice here. Let's use... maybe we'll use the pale oak, sure. I don't have any plans to build with it right this second. Oh, look. Sticks right here. This might give me enough to finish tonight. Then I don't have to craft any. Oh yeah, that'll be enough. That'll be enough for tonight. That's good. Perfect. Amazing. Beautiful. Put all that in there for now. Too bad you can't convert rails. That would be nice. Trying to figure out what I want the rest of my storage system to look like. I think it's going to be a dumping station. I then sort, which I was trying to avoid. I just don't want to make it big. I mean, honestly, what I'm doing here is pretty overkill when it comes to size. You can easily make a nice sorting system a lot smaller than this. But, you know, I'm being ambitious. You don't have to do things like this, but I love to do things like this. All right, and wouldn't you know it, I don't have any water. Go big or go home. I mean, that's kind of how I think about this project. I wanted, honestly, the biggest thing I wanted to do was do something different that was fun. If I didn't think this was going to be a fun project, there's absolutely no way I would have started it. I don't have time to mess around with things that are not going to be fun. This is a part-time deal for me. I got a day job and a family and other things going on that, like, if this wasn't going to be a fun project, absolutely no way I would have tackled this. All right, that's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then the bigger the better, I always say. Yeah, that's not too bad of a concept for a storage room like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we'll put that there. All right, and that should power that entire segment. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we'll just pick a side. We'll just do like right there. That's fine. And levers. Lever there. And a lever there. And a lever there. Whee! Is everything powered now? All right, so, hello, power. Here it is. I am not going to do a rail out of here yet. This will be in the next video. I just want to get this up and running so that conceptually it works. But as a completed storage system, it's not ready. Because the episode after this one is going to be linking it to the bulk storage system and to overflow. Eventually, I want to put shulker loaders in here. I might honestly take a break from storage before I do shulker loaders, just because that's going to be a whole other project to deal with. But I need to decide what I'm going to do with this, whether I'm going to keep this bulk storage or if I'm going to move it all to that hallway so it's all in one centralized location and repurpose this wall for something else. I'm not sure yet. When I built this, I had a general idea of what I wanted to do. And now that it's here, you know, plans change sometime. And that's fine. That's not a big deal. I just want to make sure everything flows in a way that makes sense. And it makes sense to go from here to here, but it doesn't make sense to go from here to back there, loop around to here if it needs to come back, loop back there again, and then finally make its way back over to the item input to recycle the cart. It makes much more sense to take the minecart from here and just send it straight back to that hallway and loop that hallway until the items are emptied out into bulk and then send it back to item input. So unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to tear down this bulk storage silo. Add world builder onto the server just to move it all and then take it back off. Yeah, no, unfortunately, I don't feel comfortable doing that because this is a survival world. And while I do use things like spectator mode to observe the room and do all of that, any building that's done in here is done in survival. I don't ever do anything in creative. We don't even have creative access. Like if I tried to go / game mode C, cheats aren't enabled on the school. I can't even do it. So yeah, I don't want to go that route. Just don't tell Prowl. I'm not worried about what Prowl would think. I'm worried what I would think. Okay, well, let us test a minecart to see if it makes its way all the way over there. And if it does, I think we are about at a good stopping point for tonight. I was on the fence about whether I wanted to pre-stage the returns or not, but I might want to record that as part of the video. So I think we'll probably cut it off after this. But here we go. Minecart with 4 soul sand. Where did... Oh, I've been using the soul sand as we go. That's good. That's fine. That's fine. All right, here we go. Let's make sure it runs from start to finish. Please work. Please work. And zip. Up it goes. I know I say this every time I do something new and fun. This honestly, like legitimately might be the coolest thing I've ever built. I know I said that about my rocket-powered nether portal, but this takes the cake, man. This legitimately might be the coolest thing I've ever built. Goes and... boom. There it goes. All the way to the end. That does feel a little fast. But it only has 4 items in it, so... or 5 items. It'll probably slow down with more complete load. Which, again, let's actually test that. Let's be consistent here and actually put down the blocks that I want underneath it. I know you're never going to see this, but I'm going to know about it, and I want it to be done right. So there we go. Rail, and powered rail. Can I say crawling? Crawling has made this kind of stuff so much easier. I don't know what I did before crawling was introduced into the game. No idea. Absolutely no idea. That's good. Let's get that out of there. Cover that back up. What was I about to do? Oh, test it with a more full load. Bullet Bill was pretty cool, though. Yeah, Bullet Bill was cool. I still dream of a day where I go back and, like, either do a new Mario world or finish the one we started. I think that would be fun. I mean, what do you guys think? Should I scrap the theme I started with building with BluJay and just do Mario instead? How many people would be upset about that? Anybody? Would anybody be upset about that? Let's test more accurate. Here we go. That's about what a load would look like with not my netherite tools in it. Take it back. Take what back? Oh, that's so much slower. It's fine though. This is still fast comparatively when it comes to the in-betweens. I liked the Mario world. I did too. Like, the Mario world was fun. Honestly, I've been contemplating it. Not that I'm ready to, like, pull the trigger or anything like that, really. My kid was talking. All I heard was, would that upset anyone? So you're saying everybody would be okay with it. Not that I'm ready to just, like, abandon ship and try something different. But can we be real? I started that series at the end of October, and it's had 2 videos. One, because holidays were super busy, and 2, I've been focused so heavily on this the last several months that I've not returned to that world for a minute. It is a hardcore world, and it will end at some point. I could have an unfortunate accident in the next episode, and we could start the Mario thing again. Okay, yep, it's working. It's going at an appropriate speed for how many items are in it. The reason why I'm thinking this direction, just being frank, you're talking about the pirate world? Yes, I am. Not that I'm ready to abandon the proverbial ship. Right? The Pirate Cove is so cool. I know. I love the idea. I think it's fun. I think it's a good idea. The Building with BluJay series, for me, the point of doing it is to give myself a creative outlet where I don't have to talk everybody through a tutorial on how to do something. And I can just build things that I think are fun. However, this series, the Bedrock Guide, where I'm building something that's completely, like, of my own brain, right? Coming up with the whole first ancient city idea and the way that works with the city up here, how they connect to each other, what the story is. That's, like, all heavily thought through. And I feel like the Building with BluJay series is heading that direction as well, where instead of just building things that I want to build for fun and building a really fun, crazy world, it could easily turn into like this, where I'm like trying to capture this same style. Massive builds with really intense original concepts and designs and whatever, versus like, dude, I just want to build a Star Wars world. That would be so much fun. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know, like, I've gone back and forth with it. I'm like, did I make a mistake jumping into that too quickly just because the hardcore game mode came out? Should I have thought more carefully about what I wanted to do as far as theme? Maybe. I don't know. All right, I want to do one more thing. I want to time this with a full load. So it would be 33 items. And I want to see how long it takes to get from start to finish right now. So we are at 2:22. The first time it made its way through this in 15 seconds. It's at 15 seconds now. Wait a minute. What did that just unload? Shoot. What did I put in there? Oh, I've already got a section for cobbled deep slate. I forgot. I need to use soul sand. You dweeb. Well, hey, good to know it works. Maybe minus the tutorializing everything, so it would, you could afford the extra lore effort. I mean, yeah, I guess that's true. I guess that's true. Don't hear me say that I've made any decisions on like abandoning that project or like intentionally causing my demise. Oh no, it's a hardcore world. I guess we gotta start over. No, I'm not like thinking anything along those lines. I'm just having a conversation at 10:52 at night, just thinking about like what I really want. And after spending a month braining really hard is not a great time to make that decision. Okay, here we go. Let's time it from start to finish. We'll start in about 20 seconds when it hits 0, and see how long it takes it to get to the other side, all the way over there. No sabotaging the pirates. I mean, honestly, I'll probably open that world back up here in a couple of weeks when we're closer to done with this project and take a look at it and be like, oh yeah, I love this place. Let's keep going. You know? All right, here we go. I did put soul sand in there, right? Yeah, I did. So it took about 15 seconds to get to the water elevator on the mostly empty minecart, and on this minecart it is taking 21 seconds. So it's about 6 seconds longer, but it's still fast on these rails. So I still think we're at a net positive when it comes to time. Especially because while that's traveling, another minecart can be unloading 33 items over here. Another minecart could be unloading 33 items over there. At any given moment, a minecart is traveling, and that's what matters. All right, so there that goes. What did we say? 45 seconds to here on the first go. It is at 1 minute and 3 seconds right now, so it's definitely slower with a full minecart, and that's okay. So we are at 1 minute 15 right now. All right, and that's moving on over. And when it hits the end here, 1 minute 40. 1 minute 40 to get from start to finish in the multi-item sorters. Again, I would challenge you to think, how long would that take to get a hopper line from all the way over there to all the way over here with 33 items? I guarantee you it's longer than 1 minute 20 or 1 minute 40. Did you explain how the minecarts get loaded and how the unstackable slots get loaded? No. That's going to be part of this explanation, which I've yet to build, and I'm going to do that for the video. And at this point, I'll do it tomorrow. So... Awesome. Well, guys, this is good. This is good news. I did see one question. How many minecarts can you run at once without them smacking into each other? Unlimited. Unlimited. Now, I don't know what that's going to look like in the bulk storage once we hook that up, but I have designed a really cool minecart switcher that should avoid bumping as long as I do it correctly. So there's a couple things to consider with that I think we're going to need to test. But as far as this goes, the multi-item sorting part of this whole room, no minecarts should ever bump into each other. The way that I've timed it, it will send minecarts out and they will get to the appropriate slice, and a minecart will be ready to position itself in that same slice if it has more items to load by the time the minecart launches. So it is a zero delay type system. It's very, very cool. Very, very cool. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out tonight. This is really fun. Everything is coming together. There's a few things that I'm still unsure about, mainly bulk storage, how we're going to connect all of that up. But it's looking promising. This is looking like a really, really cool new way to think about how to do storage in Minecraft. And we're going to keep trucking on until we get this thing done. So video should be out midweek this week, mid to late week. And I'll get to working on the next episode immediately after. We're almost there, guys. This storage room is almost done. I know it doesn't quite look like it. We still got a lot of like visual design work to do, but the mechanics, they're getting there. They're getting there. So thanks for hanging in there with me. I know we've had a little bit more of a gap in content lately. Does not mean I haven't been working behind the scenes. I've been working my tail off, honestly. And I've been having fun doing it. I'm not stressed. I'm not like burnt out or anything like that. So don't get those ideas. I'm all good. Like brain, it's doing great. But hey, thank you for hanging out. Thanks for the support tonight. Thanks for chatting. And as always, we'll see you guys in the very next stream or video. Have a great night. We'll see you later.